Hello, good afternoon. I'm conveying the greetings of the smallest country of America, El Salvador. We have a regulating agency that was born in 2012 after the health reform, thus creating the medication law. This bureau This is your house. This is a 5-story building which is dedicated for the regulating authority. We are a drug agency. I'm just bringing this as an icon of our country, which is the Salvador del Mundo Square. This is where we are. Sometimes they think that we are Salvador de Bahia in Brazil. We have 20,000 square kilometers. And today I will discuss the regulation of psychotropic substances, which are subject to the control and fiscalization or oversight. Why am I addressing this topic? I will discuss this topic from the regulatory viewpoint. This is an agency that belongs to the executive. It is decentralized. It depends upon the Ministry of Health. It is of technical character, and it is autonomous, both in the financial resources and all the resources are distributed for development, and nothing has to be contributed to the state, and we don't receive anything from the state either. Everything is through collection decree. What is the goal? Well, the goal is the access, registry, quality, availability, efficiency, safety, the price, and the rational use of drugs. This is a collegiated agency. It's at the highest level, represented by agencies from the state, from the Ministry of Treasury, Finance, the academia. The director is appointed by the President of the Republic. I'm the executive director. And what we look for is to work with these areas on the registry, on the openness and functioning of the different establishments, also surveillance and oversight of this type of drugs. And we have something that deals with verification as well. We have to do with the oversight of these products. However, the use of oversight and control is based on the legitimate scientific and medical use of this drug. We do not deal with alcohol and tobacco, which is regulated by other laws of the country, and we are responsible of being able to oversee the use of the prescriptions for psychotropic drugs. And secondly, always avoiding inadequate use or misuse or even abuse of these drugs or an illegitimate use. This has been reduced through this system. I would like to make a parenthesis here. This is something that the International Narcotics Control Board says, and I think it is important and I would like to reflect on this. Fails the international oversight treaties still or keep on preventing the diversion of substances, and they are doing this very well, and they halt the irrational use of these drugs. However, they should not lose sight that they should not become obstacles, and they have to make sure the right availability of these drugs. And the board is aware that they should not hinder access to these drugs. This is very important, and this is another paragraph of this same standard that has to do with treaties, laws, or standards, which should never supersede access or hinder access and availability of these drugs. And it is important to identify the obstacles, which are multiple, and working to close these gaps. And this is what we are doing today. We are discussing these gaps, and we are finding a way to close these gaps. This is a table where I show the provisions that Salvador has of psychotropic and narcotic drugs. This is just to dwell on the issue of prescriptions. Prescriptions are then issued. These are check prescriptions. The prescribing physician has this in their hands. They go to the pharmacy, and then there's a report of those check recipes which have been dispensed. This is issued in triplicate for the physician, for the patient, and for the pharmacist, and this is what the physician has to fill out. There are still prescriptions in writing because there are different reasons. By law, we cannot deny them. There are places where there's no access to internet, and there are places where there's no connectivity, or there are even professionals who do not want to enter the technological revolution, and they have the right to use other prescriptions or prescription formats. We have taken a leap forward. This is the tutorial that shows the use of online prescription for physicians who prescribe controlled prescription medication. You can have access from the website of the National Bureau of Drugs in the link section by clicking the DNM portal. To have access to the online prescription portal, you require your user number or username and a password. You have to follow the indication. Then you are directed to this section. This is the narcotic unit. When entering the system, you will have to update your info, and you should use a valid email that will be used for subsequent notification. Within the system, you can modify your password by clicking cambiar contraseña option and indicating a new password, and also clicking the change of password. By way of this portal, you might then be able to do as follows. You request your checkbook, requesting or checking the state of your requests. There's digital prescription of controlled drugs and stats on your prescriptions. How to edit a new book? Well, first, you need to generate your payment through the online portal and indicate this information that it's being asked for. Now, you can indicate the name of the person or institution which issues and cancels this order. This is an optional field. In the comment box, you have to include what is the order about, which is related to the emission or issuance of certain books for recipes, for prescriptions. And then you indicate how many of them you want. With this information, you will then get the total and the total to be paid. After that, you have to click on the button that says General. To enter this online request from the system, you should click this option. Then you will receive the information regarding the doctor, and then you have to enter the number that you have ordered. In the justification field, you have to state that you want an authorization for the new book. You then have to indicate that you have canceled this by clicking this validating button. You will receive a confirmation indicating that this is valid for this order, and then you will be able to keep your request successfully in the system. Otherwise, if this order does not exist, has not been canceled with 24 hours in advance, or it has been used in another proceeding, the system will show a warning message indicating that this order is not valid, which will not allow you to keep and save this request. For this type of problems, you can consult by phone to the 25 22 50 17 or sending the detail or number and code by email to estupefacientes.consultas@medicamentos.gov.sv. How to register a new prescription? To register a new prescription, you have to click Recetas and then create new prescription. The system will show you the corresponding number of prescription, the date, and the information of the prescribing physician. To prescribe, enter the DUI of the patient and check. The DUI is the NP. If the patient is registered, the corresponding information will populate. If the patient does not exist on the records, the system will notify you and show you what's missing. You complete the information and then you have to click Save. This is something that the first treating physician will have to do. Then select the drug to be prescribed, click the Buscar or search button. You will get a list on the trade names of those control drugs which have been authorized. Then you fill out the corresponding information. When you edit a prescription, you will get a warning message with a list of the prescriptions that are valid for the patient, which is being prescribed. You can take a look at the date, at the product which has been prescribed, the prescribed number or amount, the condition, and the date that the drug has been withdrawn. After saving the prescription, you have to inform the patient that you won't get the special control prescription in writing, in physical, and that you need to present your DUI in the authorized pharmacy stores. In the option My Prescriptions, you might be able to consult those prescriptions that you have used by clicking the historical record of the prescriptions. Here you will get a list of those prescriptions that you have issued with their respective status, which might be issued, meaning that the prescription has not been dispensed yet. So it might or could be edited if necessary. Void, this means that the prescription was voided. It came void through the system. Dispensed, meaning that the prescription has already been dispensed in an authorized pharmacy and it might not be edited. And you can consult by clicking those details and you will get information on the pharmacy which dispensed this prescription. How to edit a prescription? To modify the information of a prescription, click the Edit button. You can look for another patient by using the DUI number and clicking the Search button. You will get a confirmation message if this information has been found, and it will go to the prescription. If not, the system will allow you to register the new patient, and you can modify the information on the drug to be prescribed and the dosing to be prescribed. When the changes are finished, you click the Edit button and you continue. How to make one of these prescriptions void? When you click the Edit button, you will see the details of the prescription and you will find the void button. This is a very long video. Can you check, please, how long will this video last? Remember that when making one prescription void, it won't be dispensed at any pharmacy. To consult the pharmacies which have stock of controlled drugs, click Product Consultation. Look for the product by registration number or product name, and if you will, you can indicate the area where you want to find the drug by department or municipality. The map will be shown and the area as well. If you click over one pharmacy record, you can take a look at the details here. In general terms, and I'm sorry, I ran out of time, but please give me 3 more minutes. Why am I showing this tutorial? Because this is a tutorial for the physician. It is important that the physician know if he forgot the concentration, the brand, there's a list out there to look for this medication, and it gets updated every day. The pharmacies are geo-referenced, so you can also tell the patient where to get it or where there is availability of this product. And also the system enables you to give the information if there is a change in the dosing. If it has not been dispatched, you can edit this from your tablet, from your cell phone, or your laptop. And now we have our internal laws and some other regulations. We have 347 pharmacies which are online, and they dispense online. We have drugstores, we have labs, which produce at the local level. The expenses is $365 million in the private and 99 million in the public system. 68 and 69% is imported, 31% is of national production. We also have a system that maps the origin of the products. We know where they come from, and we are involved in the manufacturing, production, importation, exportation, and dispensation. We work with the customs. We work with the anti-narcotic office, with the prosecutors. We have our reports, which are ready for, at the request of the pertinent authorities, and a list that you can consult on the controlled drugs. Apart from those in certain agreements, we have some substances which are risky, some for veterinary use, and Sopiclone, Sanitol, which are similar to Solpidem, and they are controlled. The reason as to why we control Can you go back, please?
Quiero las últimas 3. Después de esa.
After this one, I just wanted to show you how El Salvador can become a transit country, and sometimes we have problems with Costa Rica or Honduras because the trucks which bring other products are smuggling. And this is why we found this need to regulate. And I would like to finish by saying we need to know where we are. Each authority, agency, ministry, they need to know where they are heading to, with whom they can walk along, and how are we supposed to walk together to materialize all of these efforts. You know that the elephant and the lion are natural enemies, but we can make them walk together, and not only on the slide, but in our work, joint work, the industry, physicians, hospitals. And I finish with, Stephen Crumb said that someone who can change their thoughts can change their destination. Thank you very much.